Hello and welcome to this follow-up video to the previous video, which was a Quest for 2000 video, day 64, in which I played a viewer. So any viewers or subscribers that are interested in playing, we can play on chess.com. Either send a comment in one of my videos and we can set something up. Or just send a friend request on chess.com. You can send a message with when you would like to play or what you're thinking, and we can do something. Maybe record it on the video. Unfortunately, I didn't do that in our games. I thought it was going to be like some friendly chess for a little bit, but if I would have recorded it, because the viewer did want a recording, so I had to go back and just do this game review. So, if you haven't seen already, I played 14 games and lost all of them. Probably almost every one I just ran out of time. So, my viewer was just way too fast. I played Addy Idiot, which is his name on chess.com. So like I said, Check 'em and Wreck 'em is the name I picked. I don't know, maybe I should have picked something else because I'm the one who got checked and wrecked in these games. So I went over the 4 rapid games in the day 64 Quest for 2000. So here I'm going to go over some of the, or maybe all of these 10 3-minute games. We'll see how it goes. So the first one, I'll hit the game review here. All right, so we're playing with 3 minutes on the clock, so of course our accuracy levels are down on both of these. So 68.5 versus their 63.1. I had 1 blunder and they had 2, but they had a great move. So let's take a look here. We'll just run it through the game review. And I used the Hippo system for all these games because I didn't think we were going to play 14 games, and I kind of just stuck with that opening, which is, it's easier to just blast out these moves, kind of set up a Hippo defense. Although here I push this pawn 2 forward instead of 1 normally. So I played a little bit different in this game, but it's, all Hippo defense style stuff. All right, so at this point I'm ahead in the game. So let's see where I went wrong. This was a blunder that they made. So, and I didn't take advantage of it. So what should I have done here? What should they have done? So better for them would have been to jump forward here. But I guess they didn't want, I don't know. Maybe they were thinking I would capture, although I probably wouldn't do that because I want to keep this bishop lined up on that rook. So maybe that's what I missed. No, they blocked here. All right, so best for me would have been, to attack that knight, and it's pinned to the rook here. All right, so I guess I overlooked that when I was trying to move fast. And I don't know, so far I'm ahead in time, which is pretty rare. So let's see how the game progresses. So now I make the blunder here. I guess I just forgot about his bishop here, because now I'm down to 116 and they have 159. So, maybe they didn't notice that. Let me see here. All right, so yes, that was a blunder, and my opponent should have probably captured that. Yes, so that's the move that they like. Although maybe he didn't want to give up his bishop pair, or maybe he didn't even see that in a blitz game like this. All right, so we start trading material off. And somehow I got ahead here. So I'm ahead by a queen versus a bishop and a pawn. And I guess that doesn't matter when you run out of time here. So the first game, it looks like I just ran out of time ahead in material. I played at a 1200 level. They played at 850. So let's move on to the next game and see how many of these I lost in time. Maybe every single one. I don't know. Some of them he probably got a good attack going on me, but let's take a look. All right, so that was the first Blitz game. Let's review the second one. And all of them only went 30 or 40 moves. There's one that went 53 and one that went 26. So number 2 here. Let's take a look at this. All right. So once again, well, this one's pretty even. I played at 82.6 versus their 82.1, but I did have a blunder. So let's see what happens. It looks like an even game where white kind of stayed ahead, especially towards the end. Things got crazy until it looks like I probably ran out of time again. Yep, not fast enough. All right. So once again, this hippo system, which I don't know, I thought that would help me play fast in the beginning, but it looks like when we go into some complicated end game, I'm just not playing quick enough. So that was a blunder. What should I have done? Best would have been to just move back. Maybe get ready to push forward here. Let's see what they're thinking. King, capture, bishop. Now moving here for the backwards pawn. Well, pretty interesting, I guess. That's one possibility. All right, let's take a look at this because, oh, what happened there? It looks like a great move. All right, so my opponent had a great move there. Because I can't capture with the e-pawn here, because then he'll capture my rook. So I was forced to capture that way. But now my opponent can capture like that. And so now what? I do this, but it doesn't like that. So better would have been to let him have this. Oh, because then if he captures this, I can go after these pawns, but he would have these pawns here. So, yeah, white would be, even with my best move, white would be ahead there. All right, at this point, I'm down under a minute, so we play on, and now we're even. 4 pawns against 4, but white has this passed pawn here, and I only have 13 seconds left. So now I'm trapped. This is a bad move. I probably needed to go up this way. Yeah, best would have been to go up there. And with that, the game would have been more even. I could have, I don't know, maybe stopped these pawns. My rook can try and get in behind this passed pawn. And it says it would have been even if I did that. But I don't know, I'm going to run out of time anyway. So that happened there, out of time. And he does have this passed pawn now. All right, well, good job by my opponent again. Very good on the clock, just playing ridiculously fast. In a 3-minute game, he still had 1 minute and 2 left. So I don't know how my opponent played this fast, but he was a speed demon for sure. All right, so now the third game. Let's see what happened in this one. Okay, so I played at 74.5 versus my opponent's 78.2. So it looks like I just got outplayed in this game. Looks like once again the game stayed even. I even had an advantage until the time starts ticking, and then I did something here in the middle, regained the advantage before losing in the end. It says you built a nice advantage before your opponent came back. Let's look at how you could have finished off the game with a win. All right, my opponent had a great move, and looks like we were about even except for this blunder here, and I had 2 misses. So start the review. So here I must have decided to play something a little bit different. But once again, I just set up this hippo system, sort of double fianchetto. All right, this queen move, computer does not like that. Huh. Wanted me to go after this. All right. Well, even if the bishop comes back here to protect it, the queen could jump up here and go after it. All right, so we start trading off some material, and now, I make the blunder. So we'll take a look at what this blunder is. First of all, what should I have done differently? I should have tried to activate this bishop on this diagonal, because then, well, I guess if I could protect this pawn, push this one forward and try and attack his queen with my bishop up here, but I don't know. I can't really do that right away. All right, so anyway, this is a blunder. My opponent looks like he found a way to take advantage of that blunder. So let's take a look here. I don't know. I guess I did this move so if he would take, it would open up a line on the king side, and my queen is going after this pawn. So capture, capture, and but the check by the queen here. Yep, check. Now what? We need to block with our queen, which is best. Capture, capture, and now the knight jumps in. So, all right, on with the game. That was a mistake. Better would have been to activate the bishop. Oh no, to retreat this. Oh, to protect this. Well, instead of the rook, use the bishop. Because then, maybe we can move up here and go after this, although he could just protect that pawn. All right. So now no wonder I'm running out of time with 12.2, but at least they only had 17 seconds in this. So, man, yeah, I just ran out of time. He had 17 seconds and I had like 13, and he just did everything in 4 seconds that took me 13 seconds to do. So, super fast, speedy player. All right. In this game, it looks like I played at a 1350 versus their 1450. So some of these blitz games can, look pretty crazy when you're rushing. It says you had a pretty competitive game there. Your opponent had a good opening, but you were on another level. Well, the opening doesn't matter much when you're running out of time. Your opponent found some nice moves in the middle game. All right, let's move on to the next one here. What did we look at so far? I think we're on the 4th game. So 4th game at 41 moves. Okay, what happened in this one? I played at 72.3 versus their 74. And it looks like, I had a blunder here. So it says that game didn't go your way, but there are some good moves to review. So looks like my opponent pretty much kept the lead until the end. I must have got some kind of advantage, and then once here in the middle. All right, let's take a look. All right, so here we do set up the hippo system. And this was a blunder. Oh, because it gives up this pawn. Yeah. So, yep, that was a mistake. Better. Oh, wait. I castled. That's what happened, and it gave that up. So better would have been to reposition this bishop, maybe trying to go up here and attack the rook. All right, so now it doesn't like that. Best would have been what? Once again, reposition this bishop. All right, so here my opponent has a huge advantage, a winning +4 advantage. That move is bad. What should I have done? Best would have been to just push that past pawn, I guess. All right. So yeah, no wonder. Now I'm down to 3 seconds left. So anything happens in 3 seconds. Although here, this is a mistake, which allows me, well, it doesn't like that move. It said it would have been better. Huh. Oh, because I'm attacking the rook. So I attack the rook. And then, I don't know, I can, push this past pawn, I guess. All right. Now I push that, so that's a great move. So now black is in the lead with this passed pawn, but it doesn't matter if I have 1 second left. All right, and that was a mistake. Best would have been what? Once again, to push that pawn. All right, and so here I just run out of time. And, oh man, it looks like... Well, now I can't even play that because if I push this pawn, he can just capture that. Oh, well, yeah, capture with check. All right, well, he just got me again on time. So let's take a look at the next blitz game here. Another 3-minute game. This one ends in only 26 moves. So what did I do in this one to... now my opponent, he's getting better. 83.1 accuracy versus my 76.4, and I had a blunder. So let's take a look here. All right. Okay, it says this is a great move. So white is ahead here. It looks like I built up a winning advantage before giving it away as the time ticks down. There was only one good move and you found it. All right. All right, and then we went after that. Now, it doesn't like that, so that's a mistake. Better would have been to capture towards the center with that pawn. And that is a mistake. What would have been better? So here would have been better to just attack that knight. All right. And a blunder here. Why is this a blunder? Oh, because this knight is left wide open here. All right. I don't know. I guess another time error with only 30 seconds left on the clock. So better would have been to attack this knight. Oh, and so they didn't go after that. Oh, probably because they have other attacks going. And so by this time with 20 seconds left, and it says this is the only move that works. All right. So, yeah, now I'm just running out of time. So they jump in here and I'm out of time. So they played at, my opponent hit 1600 versus my 1400. So bad mistakes in time trouble here. Okay. This says you had a pretty competitive game there. The opening was balanced and your opponent found some nice moves in the middle game. Okay, well, let's check out the next one. I'll try and get through these. 53 moves on this next one, so I guess I lasted a little bit longer. Oh, hold on. I need to do the game review. All right. Game review. 53 moves. So I had 84.9 versus 77.9 here. My opponent had a blunder, so let's take a look here. It's always tough to lose on the clock, but you played a nice game overall. So I think I ran out of time in every single game. I don't know. When my opponent is blitzing out moves like lightning, I can't keep up with that. So, all right. Let's see here. Next. Well, this is a miss. Let's see what would have been better here. All right. Well, we pick off a pawn that way. I mean, I guess he could go after that pawn. So if we look at these moves, capture, capture, chase me back, and then, yeah, maybe he could go at, well, if he goes after this, I could attack him and then maybe try and pick this off and maybe go after his knight as well. All right. Another miss. We could have just gone after that. But, man, I don't know. I just can't think fast enough in the crazy blitz games like that. All right, so we just, shuffle for position. And now my opponent, well, I picked this off, but it looks like this would have been better. Going after his king. Huh. That would have been a winning advantage. Let's take a look at that. Huh. All right, I don't know. I think the game kind of ended that way anyway. So, wait, hold on. There was something I wanted to look at. I made a mistake here where the game was kind of even. So maybe it was that queen move. Okay, yeah. The queen move here was a blunder. So they capture. Oh, they had a missed opportunity there. What should they have done? So best would have been to check me. And then let's look at these moves. So if I block, now they go there, forcing me back. I guess I would have blocked with my queen. Anyway, tricky stuff. Pawn and queen's endgame. All right, what happened? So, I ran out of time. So it looks like, I don't know, I'm winning here, but I just don't have the time. So I think I tried to pre-move a whole bunch of moves really fast with only 2 seconds left on the clock. And then I just ran out of time with my queen here. All right, so I played at a 1600 level versus their 1500. And it says you had a pretty competitive game there. You played a bit better than your opponent in the opening. It was a well-fought middle game that you got the better of, and you outmaneuvered your opponent in the end game. All right, let's take a look here. What game are we on next? I may have forgotten. All right, no, this is the one we just did. So the next one is 34 moves. And we just have 4 more, so I'll try and just blast through these real quick. I apologize to my opponent. He probably wanted to see more. I should have recorded these games while we were playing. It might have been more entertaining than just this game review. But let's see here. In this game, good job to my opponent. He played with 91.5% accuracy in this game. Versus my 85.2. He had 1 great move and only 1 miss in this entire game versus my 3 inaccuracies, 1 miss, and 1 blunder. And it says that was a hard-fought game that your opponent won with some strong endgame play. So let's take a look here. All right, man. Sorry, it just blew through all those moves. It looks like our game was pretty much even the entire time until I just blew it when I was running out of time. Like, how does my opponent play this fast with, he still has a minute and 46 on the clock versus, I don't know, what do I got here? 6 seconds left. So I don't know how my opponent is able to blast out his moves so quickly. And here he played at a 1900 level versus my 1650. So this says your opponent got the better of you in that game. The opening was balanced. It was an incredible middle game by both of you. And your opponent found some good moves in the end game. So in the end game, I played with 71 versus their 86.5. The middle game, oh man, I played that 97.1 versus their 96.3. Okay. Well, let's see here. We still have a few moves left. So this was a blunder. Why? Why was that a blunder? First of all, what would have been better? Retreating my king back. Huh. Maybe to reposition my bishop here. Although he could try and block it out maybe with the pawn. But that could activate this other bishop. All right, so in the game I move here. That was a blunder. And my opponent finds the move because now I'm forced to retreat back that way. Because I can't go here or the bishop would have checked me and then picked my bishop off. So I have to retreat back that way. And now and I only have 5 seconds left on the clock. So he jumps up there, attacking. What do? I capture. Oh, but was that a miss? So this misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. All right. How do I capture a free pawn here? Or, wait, is he talking about my opponent? No, okay. An opportunity to capture a free pawn. Okay, so that is not good. Instead, I should have just checked the king. And then what do we do? Oh, and he's got both pieces piled up, bishop and knight piled up on this pawn. So, I don't know. I'm going to look at these moves because I'm wondering what I could have done. Oh, I just go after this one. All right. Now I'm aimed at this. But he's aimed at that. I mean, I guess I could move here. But then, is this king going to march down and help pick this off? But I do have a passed pawn over here as well. So, I don't know. Tricky game. All right. So, here I ran out of time. And what do we have going on here? That does not look good. His bishop's about ready to start mowing these pawns down. And this says, let's see. Oh, I think I read it already. My opponent, good job. 1900 versus my 1650. Okay. Let's get through the rest of these games. So where were we at? We ended on this one, so we have 3 more. This one is a 53 move game. So I'll just, try. All right. 81.6 versus 74.3. My opponent had 2 blunders in this one. So it looks like game was about even. Then I got a huge advantage until I ran out of time, it looks like, again. So here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. There was a blunder back there. I think it was just my opponent trying to sacrifice to break open my king side. All right, so I go there, and then my opponent sacrifices. So, best would have been to just control the center here. So, after the blunder, of course I capture. They capture, attacking my queen. So here, I probably should have moved this pawn up. Or maybe even... Yeah, either move the pawn or put my bishop there. Although maybe I want to put my bishop here and attack his queen. But I don't know. He could block with this pawn. So I go there, maybe trying to trade material down. He avoids the trade, which is an inaccuracy. Best would have been, to do that, which then when I capture, this pawn will recapture and open lines up for his rook here on my king side. All right, so this was not a good move, and because it lets his knight in, his bishop in. So what would have been better? To just start trading more material down. So I should have just captured his knight there immediately. All right, so I do that. His pieces jump in. Now he's got a knight there. Best would have been to go over here and attack his king side. So I try to trade material down. And it looks like I'm ahead by a rook here. I tried to pick off pieces, but I couldn't get to this one pawn in time, or that could have been a draw at least if I had one more move. So, he had 19.6 seconds. So I don't know. I just can't move fast enough to keep up with my opponent here. And I'd be interested if any of you leave a comment if you've played against any opponents that were just so fast that there's no competition. It's like I'm handicapped because I just can't, move like lightning like my opponent. All right, enough of that, and on to the next game. We ended here. We have 2 left, so the final 2. Do another review here. All right, another even game. I played 82.9 versus their 81.8. And it looks like I had a blunder at the end in time trouble. So it says defending from a worse position is one of the harder things to do in chess. Let's see how you could have bounced back. All right. Well, let's check it out here. So the Hippo system once again. All right, so it's really blasting through these moves. What happened here? I captured a vulnerable pawn, so I've gone up ahead here after, 20-some moves, 23 moves. So we start trading off, and we have a check here. So now I'm pretty much winning, but I guess I'm not winning enough. All right, so... Oh, wait. I'll go back there. There's something I wanted to look at. It says I should not have taken that pawn. Oh, man. I had another option, probably to capture this pawn with my knight, but with 30 seconds on the clock, I overlooked that. So, all right, that is his best move. But if he goes there, my best move was probably to capture with the knight. Oh, no. They want me to bring this rook over. Well, either way, I'm winning, it looks like. If I don't run out of time, which I did. So none of that matters when you run out of time. So I try to keep an attack going. Here, what? So going there allows... All right, and that is a blunder. We have a blunder here in time trouble with 1 second left on the clock. Did I? Oh, yeah, I moved right where he could just capture me. So best would have been, jumping up here, attacking his rook. And then maybe I could reposition down here. I don't know, or get this bishop out, double my rooks here. But, with 7 seconds left, you won't find out. And then he just captured. So that was a time blunder, I guess, that cost me that game. So he had 16 seconds left on, oh, and I ran out of time already as well anyway. All right, let's take a look at the final game here. Let's see. A 32 move game. It looks like, we both had a rough time in this game. I played at 60.1% accuracy versus their 56.5. We both had a blunder. I had 5 missed opportunities, so that's not good. I guess that happens in Blitz. They had 8 mistakes. So this looks like a rough game, whatever happened here. It says losing on the clock is never fun. Man, I think I lost on the clock on every single game. All right, here we go. Okay, so the Hippo system set up. It doesn't like that move, but white is slightly ahead. What is it saying I should have done? Moved up closer towards the center, but I don't know. Here, I guess he could go there and chase me away. And then what am I doing? Oh, I see. There's this threat on d6 to fork the queen and the rook. How do you take care of that? Maybe he has to move his bishop back here. All right. Next. All right. So this is a blunder here. What is this blunder? Best would have been capture. Did I miss a pawn capture? No, there wasn't a pawn there anyway. But I should have jumped up here, pinning this bishop. Well, I don't know. That's about all it did. Although, wait a minute. Let's go back here. My knight was under attack. And they still want me to ignore this attack? Man. Oh, and here that just left that under attack anyway. Oh, because if I would have moved the knight, it would have been captured anyway. Oh, but I'm ahead. Am I ahead a piece anyway? Yeah, I'm ahead a whole piece anyway, so I could have afforded to let one go. All right, but the best move would have been bringing that rook up there and pinning. Oh, that would have been a crazy continuation. I would have just stayed ahead there with the bishop pair. All right, well, let's see what happened in the game. All right, the queen retreated, and that's not best. All right, I'm just going to blast through these because the video has been going on for quite a while, and I hope, people did not get bored. Okay, so what do we have? Oh, I ran out of time here, so let's see what was happening. All right, I try to build up an attack. They defend, but that's a mistake. What should they have done? But I guess it doesn't matter because I ran out of time. Best for me would have been to push there, try and break things open, but I only had 5 seconds left. All right, well, I'll end this video here. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at some of these Blitz games. Like I said, if any viewers or subscribers would like to play, we can set something up. Just either leave a comment in the comments to the video, or go ahead and friend request me on chess.com. Either way, or leave a message on there. And all right, well, please like and subscribe for those that haven't already. Feel free to leave comments, suggestions, or any requests if there are chess material videos that you would like to see in the future. And thank you for watching, and have a super chess day.